thrill.
In the southernmost part of Spain, there's a tiny town that's either heaven or hell, depending on who you are.
It is windy. Yep, I'm sorry.
As a digital nomad, I've been curious about Spain because it's one of the first countries to introduce a digital nomad visa.
Right, the sexy. Right, exactly. So sexy.
After a year of living as a digital nomad traveling the world while working online, I attended my very first conference with 150 people from all around the world who are also crazy enough to do the same thing as I do. But things didn't quite go the way that I imagined it would.
Tarifa. I've never fought for food like this.
However, one thing that went quite well was making a new friend as soon as I landed. Bethany, a digital nomad therapist from Kansas City, Kansas, it's quite the culinary connoisseur with a great sense of humor.
Well, I am the star of Kansas City who is relocated to Spain to start my fashion career with my new friend Stella. So.
Exactly. Oh my god.
After a long journey from the US, I finally found myself in this tiny coastal town called Tarifa, famous for kite surfing due to its constant wind. But one thing took me by surprise. As I checked into my Airbnb for the upcoming 3 weeks for the conference, I realized while the old town is charming, many houses are very damp inside and there are quite a few surprise guests hovering in the air.
There seems to be a lot of low-flying flies everywhere in town. Not sure why. It didn't feel really dirty to me, but there's huge clusters of them everywhere.
First things first, let's check out what a co-working conference is like for digital nomads.
For an average person, what is the best way to lose money?
Buy your car.
Unlike traditional conferences where you attend talks all day and the whole thing is over in a few days, digital nomads do it differently. We work on our businesses during the day as usual, and conference talks start late in the afternoon, usually around 5 p.m. when everyone finishes work. Because Spaniards eat very late, our dinner time isn't until 8 p.m. when all the talks finish and we move on to food, networking, and some partying in select nights. The other big difference between a traditional conference and digital nomad conference is that we blend in the retreat element quite heavily. After work, food is a guarantee, but there are also plenty of physical activities to help us achieve the mind-body balance. In this conference, I discovered a new activity I quite enjoy, which is capoeira, a form of martial arts from Brazil that blends dancing and defense techniques together. I always regretted not studying martial arts growing up in China, and now is my chance to make up for lost time in Brazilian style, taught by a Greek, Stefanos, who studied it for quite some time. And while we trained, a local Spanish kid came by asking if he could join us. The most iconic activity here is no other than kite surfing, thanks to the world-famous wind that blows 24/7 here. Unlike capoeira, which is quite beginner-friendly, kite surfing is not for the faint of heart. With one of us unable to swim, aka yours truly, and the other not so sporty, Bethany and I were torn between accepting our inability to enjoy the sport at the moment and our admiration for the surfers.
The kite surfing community, I have a question for you. I have a very stupid question for you. Can people like us be strapped to one of these hot guys and experience the thrill? Even though we don't know how to do it. Can we do it? We'll pay.
Well, we received no offers on that one this time, so both of us will try again next year. We went on to try a tame activity more appropriate for us delicate little flowers, salsa and bachata dancing, which is my favorite.
Okay, so now we found a better plan.
Tarifa Tower for salsa.
Tarifa Tower for salsa or bachata. Let's see. Let's see.
But even that didn't quite work out the way we had hoped.
What's the conclusion?
There are no men, so there's no bachata.
Exactly.
We're
So
sad.
if you don't have an existing man in Tarifa, don't
Tarifa,
bother.
where is it?
Exactly.
Yes.
So one must live in a big city.
Yes.
If one, exactly. Okay.
Where there are no scooters.
Exactly. If one does not have a man. Small town is not good for us.
Although we were disappointed at the sparse option for activities, perhaps due to our own limitations, I was really glad to have started my second year as a nomad with Nomadbase, the organizer for this conference here in Tarifa. It was thanks to the amazing group of people I met here that I was able to quickly get over a difficult period of my life. As I went through a new round of personal development, I have learned to let go of expectations, let go of the desire to control the outcome, and really in general feeling very, very happy in life and fill myself with love, so much so that if in the future there is someone that I can share it with, I will let that love spill out of myself. And I wasn't sure if I should be in this place, to be honest, because I was very destabilized because of the experience. And I was advised to stay put for a while, which I thought was a nice idea too. But something tells me I should come here. And I'm really glad I did, because this is an ideal place for you to really let go of old patterns and find new, healthier patterns for yourself. And now I'm walking towards this beach. The view is unreal. It's honestly unbelievable. And I know my hair is crazy, but my heart is so full. And the people I met here surprised me when I got accidentally stranded in Morocco during a group trip from Tarifa to Tangier, Morocco, which is featured in another video, which I'll link down in the description. Although I've only known them for 2 weeks and some I've barely spoken to, they jumped on to help me so much that I couldn't believe in this world where such kindness is becoming increasingly rare that it still exists and very much alive in the nomad community, and perhaps more so than the regular world. So is this small town in Spain heaven or hell? Well, it started off a little rocky for me, although I wouldn't describe it as hell, but because of the beautiful experiences I've had here, it's closer to heaven now. With a twist, every day is a bad hair day for some of us.
I should have a mic. You definitely can't hear me.
If you like my videos, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. I'll see you again soon with another episode of my digital nomad journey around the world.